Michael Rosen and the hot little sister who is not related by blood. When I was a boy, I lived with my little sister in our house with no supervision from Mum and Dad. It was the time of my life. We weren't related by blood, so I could do all kinds of horrible and lewd things to her, and nobody would notice. Or so I thought. This is the time I had completely illegal sex with a 13-year-old. It was a beautiful summer after new, and I was a horny little man. My sister, me, Suggy Reed, who I was not related to by blood, was upstairs drawing Yarramunga. Oh, what a fantastic little waste of space she was. I wanted to sit in her room and do dirty things to her oversized pajamas as she drew pictures of naked anime girls like the DJ. She was, you see, with our normal sister, I could be shunned by source ID as an incestual lolicon. But since she was not related to me by blood, I would only be shunned for one of those things. Ha! I wanted to get into those trousers. Worse than the Japanese wanted to expand their empire in the early 20th century. However, Suggy Reed kept her room locked up like a cast iron chastity belt. It would be difficult to find the key. But wait, I had an idea. I would make her food. And when she finally got hungry and opened the door, I would overpower her with my big straw high school hands, and so is her for completely consensual, absolutely not blood related, 100% illegal Michael Rosen sex. However, there was just one problem. I didn't know how to cook, but I knew someone who did. 5,000 yen was all I needed to call my kinky teacher and personal sex slave, Miss Cowell. Me, I dialed for her faster than you could spell MILF. And then,
Hi!
Hello, sweet cheeks. What's cooking? You, that's who. I need you in my kitchen fast so I can smash a 13-year-old who is not related to me by blood. Make it snappy, bitch.
What?
Haven't you heard? I'm Michael Rosen. As I was waiting for me to cook my sister some tasty food, my doorbell rang. Could it be me? I hope she showed up in that hot little maid costume. What's this? Can't read and see cool from little witch. Me by stupid old trigger. What could she possibly want with her nor me like myself? I'm here to give Suggy Reed her homework by the way. But this is odd. I was expecting men mean. No, not that one. Yeah, that's the one. Men mean is such a baby. I heard that she likes things that go boom, and her body is almost as smoking hot as my little sister, who is not related to me by blood. If I had a chance, I would show her the explosions of her lifetime. Anyway, speaking of my sister, who is not related to me by blood, I had no time to waste on this little bitch. Can't read and see cool. The only one who is allowed to love my dick is Suggy Reed, especially because she is not related to me by blood. So I took the homework snatch. And I reached in and took her shiny rod snatch, and I told that little thought to fuck off before I hit her with the Michael Rosen on my Bosmo she nay room. Now, get out of here. After that, I said hello to my naked neighbor, Rachel. Now you can't and jack off on my couch too. And it's sort of already. Then I went to sleep. I woke up from my pleasure-induced Michael Rosen nap to find me in the kitchen cooking up something tasty.
Welcome home, Master.
Bitch, I live here. I walked over to see what she was cooking. Curry rice, authentic need home food. I see. I gave her a congratulatory slap on her big, thick milk fast as thanks.
stop that. Jeez.
Now, that's what I call a master. It's a vent relationship. I took the curry from me and inspected it. It was hot and thick with cooking oil. I gave it a little taste. Nice. She did such a good job that I might just have to ask her to babysit again. Sometimes, I think you know what I mean. So I ran up to Suggy Reed's room to give her the curry in her read. Suggy Reed, you want to go out and do some eating? You've been in there for 3 weeks.
Go away, I'll need chat. I'm busy trying nudes of underage anime girls.
And then that really does it. Suggy Reed, you'd better eat this food while it's still hot or cold. Indeed, sludge won't be the only thing I shove down your throat tonight.
Oh, all right, I'll need chat. I'm starving anyway.
She slogged across her floor with her tiny lollipop feet and opened her door. That was the mistake. Suggy Reed tripped on a pair of dirty underwear and fell over on top of me in the doorway. Kaboom! Sloppy, melted curry and potato was all over the floor. So there I was, hallway arse mess, Suggy Reed arse mess, and then she starts crying like a little girl.
I'll need chat. I'm so sorry.
In this position, her outy lollipop mouth was nibbling my toenails. Good Lord, would you believe it? If she were my actual sister, this would be horrible. I could be detained for incestual crimes against the anime community. But wait, Suggy Reed was not related to me by blood and sense. We live in the wonderful nation of Japan. The age of consent was only 13. Now, I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary, but I had to ask her if she would like me to give her the Michael Rosen me.
Yeah, okay, I'll need chat.
She said, fantastic. She moves up from my toes to put my big fat What's that? What a terrible noise.
Stop right there. We are Space Patrol and you are under arrest for sexual activity with our minor.
What? She's 13. That's completely illegal in Japan.
Actually, the legal age in most prefectures is 18. And right now, we are in
most prefectures. Oh no, that was the mistake. Worst birthday ever.